What's going on, everybody? As you can see, I got the title belt here. Got my blue shirt, my blue Smackdown shirt on, which means only one thing. It's a Friday night Smackdown review. And this coming off of what happened at the press conference, this Smackdown was kind of a little lackluster. You know, Raw was okay. Raw was good. The press conference was like it was the most important thing, but let me get to it. So, as you can see, the reason why I got Triple H up there, the game was not having it. That was the worst Triple H impression ever. But Triple H basically kicked off the show, and if you didn't know, like, it was announced like earlier. I think because a lot of my friends didn't know that he was going to be on there. A couple of them did, but I think they announced it like earlier Friday that he was going to be on SmackDown to address what happened at the press conference, and that's our first segment of the day with Triple H himself. With them now announcing him as Paul Triple H Levesque, like they announced his whole name now. I'm like, okay, that was weird, but okay. He basically comes out and addresses, like, nonchalantly, like, passive aggressively. He's basically addressing Roman Reigns and The Rock. But he does it by saying signature words or their catchphrases, like with Roman Reigns, the head of the table, I sit at the head of the table, or know your role, or it doesn't matter what you think. Like that's how he addressed Roman Reigns and The Rock, because as you see him sitting right there, he was looking at the hard camera and was saying it, like he said we had an amazing kickoff with the WrestleMania kickoff to the road of WrestleMania, and that somewhere along the way on that road we took a hard left turn, and now the road is on fire because nobody knows. Like, Cody Rhodes chose Roman. Where did this leave The Rock? The Rock is the boss. The Rock put his hands on people. So he said, I'm here to address that there are certain people who don't know their role. And he says, I don't care where you sit, you know. So he said he don't care where you sit at. He don't care where you sit at, what head of the table. He don't care if you're on the board or because The Rock don't know his role. He said the answers come from one person, and you're looking at him. That's what he looked like that, because he said you're looking at him, and he said he announced that there will be it will be Cody Rhodes and versus Roman Reigns in the main event, as was said yesterday. He basically confirmed it. So now we got two matches. We got the two, which is the two Royal Rumble winner matches. We got Bayley versus Io, and we got Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. And he said there will be some people in the back who doesn't like this decision, but it doesn't matter what you don't like. So that's basically why he was there in a nutshell, to clear up the confusion, to respond to The Rock and Roman Reigns telling them that they don't know, they don't care. He don't care what they say. He don't care about people who don't know their roles. Oh, and he said something about people think they got power but really don't have any, and that's when he went into saying that the answers and stuff comes from me, from one person, and you're looking at it. I mean, but that's not the end of this, because Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce was in ring with Triple H, and they was there to basically address, since Cody Rhodes chose Roman Reigns, they had to turn their attention to World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. So they announced that it will be a Elimination Chamber qualifiers, because at Elimination Chamber there will be 6 participants. The winner will go on to WrestleMania to face Seth Rollins in the main event, which is most likely going to be night 1. But it's still the looming issues of The Rock and Roman Reigns, which more of that later on. But yeah, they announced that it was going to be Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles, which is the first match of the night. Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn, which was also that was later on, that ended up being later on the night as the main event. But it was Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles, LA Knight, The Miz, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, Dominic Mysterio. I'm forgetting who else I'm forgetting somebody. I know it was somebody else, but that was the majority. I gave you the majority of people. There's probably 1 or 2 people I'm missing, but yeah. But Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, LA Knight, The Miz, Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Dominic Mysterio. There was like maybe I'm missing like 1 or 2 people. But those are the people who will be fighting to qualify, who goes to Perth and for Elimination Chamber. I probably just said that wrong. But then, like I said, we get to the first match of the night, which is AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre. And then this is actually the final part of this promo. This is the promo, even though this is the start of the match. It still is also the final part of the promo. Drew McIntyre came out first and basically boasted. I'm not going to get into everything he said, but in general, he thanked Adam Pearce, and then he bragged about his shirt being the best selling shirt, the CM Punk Dead Dream shirt. And I didn't know that. I guess you could actually go buy the shirt. And he said it was the top selling shirt, to the point where he thanked the crowd and saw that he's not the only one who thinks CM Punk the same way that he does. And then he also boasted that he is the reason why Cody chose Roman Reigns. Because he said that everybody wanted Cody, everybody chanted, "We want Cody," and I begged Cody to do to finish his story and to go after and to challenge Roman Reigns. And when I couldn't do that with words, I did it physically, and then thus he said, "Everybody, you're welcome." Because he said he took credit for it, saying that his physicality against Cody Rhodes is what led him to choosing Roman Reigns. And then AJ Styles will come out, and thus now we finally got the match. Though Adam Pearce did say that if he see Drew McIntyre with that shirt again, he was going to find him double time, but we never got a follow up on that. But yeah, this was a good match. Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles did their thing. A good back and forth. LA Knight, mind you, who was in the match, who was one of the people going to qualify, he was there at commentary for some reason. I don't know why he was there on commentary. I didn't get to see I didn't get to see the match initially, but I went back and watched it. But I thought he was going to do something heelish, and he didn't do nothing heelish. But he did cause AJ Styles the match, but it was inadvertently. He wasn't like being a heel trying to cause him the match, but he did inadvertently cause AJ Styles the match. AJ Styles at one point had Drew McIntyre beat, but because LA Knight got involved, because I think Ellen Drew threw AJ Styles out of the ring, and then him and LA would get into the jaw-jacking words, and then Drew would hit LA Knight hit AJ Styles into LA Knight. That's what pissed off LA Knight, who was actually not trying to go after AJ Styles. He was trying to go after Drew, for hitting LA Knight into him, but the referee got distracted when he had the roll up on when AJ had the roll up on Drew. Thus, this distraction allowed Drew McIntyre to hit the Claymore kick on AJ, and that's 1, 2, 3. Later, Drew McIntyre is your first entry into the Elimination Chamber at Elimination Chamber. We will get Bianca Belair versus Mi Chen next. This was a pretty standard match. Mi Chen did do. I love that after having her first championship match against Io, they're starting to slowly build Mi Chen as a contender, because she doesn't. It's not, her matches are no longer squash matches. Her matches is now starting to be, even though she don't lose decisively. Like, it's not all Bianca with a little bit of Mi Chen. Like, she took it to Mi Chen, and Mi Chen took it to Bianca, and Bianca didn't win dominantly. Like, it was almost an even match, and they made Mi Chen look better. Like, because they didn't have to make Bianca look good, but they made Mi Chen look good. But Bianca did win, and she would join Becky Lynch in the Elimination Chamber. Let's see. Bayley, I was just remembering how that went. So yeah, Bayley would come out and do a promo talking about her departure from Damage Control. Damage Control is done, and she talked about how upset she was because she had big plans for Damage Control, and she just upset that along the way her friends turned on her and began to see her as a threat, and that maybe she had it coming, but that at WrestleMania, Io Sky is gonna have it coming to her, and she's basically a babyface now, because she don't call the crowd stupid idiots. The crowd chatting for her. She said, "I take it, y'all chanting for me. Maybe y'all believe I deserved it, or I had it coming, but I take it since y'all chanting for me." This will bring out Dakota Kai, to which Bayley, she said she been trying to get a hold of Bayley all week since last week, and Bayley said, Bayley upset, saying where was she last week? Like, because I think Dakota accused Bayley of dissing her and not answering her calls and texts. But she said where was she last week? And she said she had to meet with her doctor, so because in a way she snuck it in there that she close to being clear for action again. And that's where she was. She had to go have a meeting with her doctor because she is close to being clear for action, and that's why she wasn't there last week. But that she along with Bayley, is disappointed how things went down, and she accused her of knowing that things was going to go down this way and knowing that things was going south with Io and the others. But she said that the only reason why she didn't say anything because everything was working that Bayley had planned. Asuka and Kyrie became tag team champions. Io became champion. You won the Royal Rumble, and it was going to face Rhea. So it was like everything was working out for you. I didn't think it was no need to say anything. I thought everything that would make everything better, but apparently it didn't. And that she profoundly said that she had nothing to do with what happened last week, and that she's actually with Bayley. But this would bring out Io Sky, Kyrie Sane, and Asuka, and they would surround the ring like the Shield used to. Dakota Kai just dipped out the ring, where you hear Wade Barrett and them saying that she just left Bayley, and Bayley, like, she turned her microphone in a way to use it as a weapon because she knew she was going to have to hit somebody, and it looked like they was going to attack Bayley. But then Dakota Kai got back in the ring with a chair, looking like she was going to hit Bayley with the chair, but she went past Bayley and swung at Io and Asuka and Kyrie. So for the time being, it was like Dakota Kai is on Team Bayley. So, and that was that. Paul Heyman showed up backstage to not confront Alan Pierce or Nick Aldis, but Triple H himself. And he looked like he was going to say something to him, but given the mood that Triple H is in, he said, "You know what? I'm gonna give you your space. It look like this is a bad time. I'll just be back. I'll come back next week. And then he left, but then came back and said, "But I won't be alone. Your tribal chief Roman Reigns will be here next week, also with The Rock." I'm like, oh, so The Rock and Roman would be on Smackdown next week. We get to the third match, which is Tyler. They also had like a backstage promos with both Randy Orton and Sami Zayn. We got the finals of this little tag team tournament, which is Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne versus DIY. Winner goes on to Elimination Chamber to face Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Finn Balor. This was a good tag team match, a very good tag team match. I mean, I loved it. This was pretty good. Because at times I thought DIY was going to win. At times I thought Pete Dunne and them was going to win. But in the end, Pete Dunne and them did beat. I felt like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate was the better choice. They had the better momentum. Not saying DIY didn't have momentum, but they had more momentum. Pete Dunne had more momentum and more crowd momentum behind them. So the WWE went with the right choice and with this one. And Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate will win. They will go on to face Damian Priest and Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber. And I say you put the titles on them. I say you take the titles off of Judgment Day and you put them on Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Like I said, then we got backstage promos for both Sami Zayn and Randy Orton, basically talking about why they was going to win this match and go into Elimination Chamber. And thus we got the other elimination qualifying match as the main event: Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton. And this was a good one. This was a good main event. Not too much. Maybe could have been better as a main event, but it wasn't bad either. It was just right there in the middle. Wasn't meh. It was okay to good. And it was good. It was good. I would say it was better than okay. It was good. I love the move where Randy went to go do his signature when he picked somebody up and slammed him on the table, but it got reversed and Sami Zayn did it to Randy Orton. They did a lot of moves where they played into Randy Orton's back. I love the superplex. Randy Orton brought back the superplex and homage to his father. And you can see they both played up the fact that not only was Sami Zayn hurt from it, but you could tell Randy Orton was hurt from it, not just because of the superplex, but because of his back injury. This was a pretty solid match between the two. I'm sad that Sami Zayn didn't get the victory here, but with Randy Orton, I could tell he was going to get the victory. But in the end, Randy Orton did get the victory with an RKO out of nowhere, and then he was to stand tall to end the show almost until he turned around and Drew McIntyre was in the ring, and they basically stared at each other to end the show. Maybe Sami Zayn would get another chance. But yeah, this was good. I want to say it compared to what the hype and everything was going into this. I felt like this could have been better. The crowd was okay. The crowd was not bad, but I want to give this a 7 out of 10. Big ups, just because I was entertained for the most part. But just everything besides setting up Elimination Chamber, nothing truly happened. Nothing really truly significant happened other than the setup for Elimination Chamber and Triple H addressing what happened at the press conference. But if you enjoy my review of this, you know what to do. You hit this button right there, bam, for all of my WWE reviews. And if you enjoy the video so much and want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit those buttons, because we grow slowly but surely when you hit those buttons. And welcome to our new tribe members. And as always, hitting one of these videos for more of my amazing content. And the Eternal Hermit always says, and LilBigMan, drink, eat, sleep well, and plenty, because that is Master Rosie's Eternal Hermit way. Peace.